Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel and welcome to this new video in our Zoom series where we talk about different aspects of Toastmasters meetings on Zoom, pros and cons, and just everything about it. And today we're talking to Gina. Hi Gina, how are you?
Hi, Regina. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for doing this. How long have you been in Toastmasters and what was the main reason you joined?
I think I've been in Toastmasters off and on for 4 years, roughly. It could be longer, it could be shorter. I don't remember. And I initially joined Toastmasters just for public speaking, to better my public speaking skills, and then also to better my listening skills.
I want to start with this unique aspect of you being Toastmaster in our club, where you were a Toastmaster in our club and then you weren't for some time and now you are a Toastmaster. Again, you rejoined our club while we are on Zoom. Is it just a coincidence, or were there some benefits of meetings being on Zoom that contributed to you rejoining the club again?
Definitely. So I was a Toastmaster for a few years, and then I got super busy with work and just personal life, and so I stopped going. And the next thing you know, I don't even know, it might have been 6 months passed by, or maybe even longer. And then I noticed that I wouldn't get the emails anymore, because initially when I would still get the emails, I thought, okay, next Friday, and then next thing you know, it's a few months and I haven't gone. Then I noticed that I wasn't getting the emails anymore. And then one day I did get an email and I noticed that the sessions were in Zoom format because of the shutdown. So I thought, oh, I can do that. You know, that's just right from my office. I don't have to drive. So then I attended as a guest, I think for 3 or 4 times, or a few times, and then I rejoined. So I do believe that the Zoom option or the Zoom format influenced my decision to rejoin, just because that I can participate straight from my office and it's less time, right? There's no drive time. So it definitely influenced my decision to rejoin. So I'm happy about that.
Do you think now that you have been for some time back in Zoom, is there any other reasons, maybe listening to other people talk, and also we have people joining, even just visiting from other states and from other countries even. Do you think there are also some other benefits from being on Zoom?
I do think that there are benefits. There's pros and cons, right, with the Zoom format, but on the pro side, I definitely think that it opens up our club to members from other states and also from other countries. And when you have members or even guests from other states and other countries, the topics tend to be different. So it kind of exposes us and allows us to hear about different topic matters, whether it's by way of speech or by way of the table topics, right? And then even just different sense of humor and different style of speaking and different words that are used. So it allows us to be exposed to that, and it opens us to that too, right? So I definitely do see that as a pro in the Zoom format.
Well, I think our club had a certain vibe, and then now when more people have come in, it has just changed. It just brings something different and it changes the whole vibe of the club, I think.
Right. I agree. Yeah. Makes it a lot more fun.
And interesting. I mean, not that we weren't interesting. Our club was interesting to start with, but it's kind of cool that we can meet people from around the world and learn about something different too. When it comes to giving speeches, you've given some speeches in Zoom and you've given a lot of speeches in person. Did you notice there was a difference how you prepared or what you thought of when you were preparing to give a speech in person versus Zoom? And also, while you were giving a speech, was there something different that you noticed?
So for me personally, preparation-wise was no different. I prepared the same way, whether it was in person or via Zoom. But in terms of presenting the speech, there's a big difference, because in person, you're at the front or you're in front of everybody at the front of the class, I guess, in our club. And when you're giving the speech, you're overlooking everybody, and you can scan the crowd and get their feedback by their facial expressions and see whether they're enjoying it or not enjoying it, or whether they're actually paying attention, or if they're laughing, if you have humor, if it's a humorous speech that I'm giving. Whereas in Zoom, I don't really know where to look at, and I'm usually sitting down when I give my speeches in the Zoom format, and I can't see everyone's facial expressions because of the layout of Zoom. So it's a lot less personal in the Zoom format, giving speeches. But I mean, it's just I think it's an adjustment. So I think the more experience that I get giving speeches in the Zoom format, I'll get better at it and more comfortable, and find that there are more pros versus cons. But I definitely do miss giving speeches in person. I think that I prefer that better.
Do you think it affects the quality? We are joining Toastmasters, and we are in Toastmasters Club in general to get better at giving speeches, at speaking in public, in whatever format it is for each person. Do you think that Zoom meetings maybe affect the quality we get out of the practice?
In some ways, yes. Just because it depends on what your goal is, right? I mean, if the world ever gets back to normal and we're back to doing stuff in person, and we're back to giving speeches or whatever we do in our everyday life with regard to public speaking, I think then the in-person speeches are better and are going to benefit us and make us better. But if our goal is to continue with Zoom because maybe that's how the future is trending or whatnot, then giving speeches in the Zoom format will be better. But I think what would be best is to have a combination of both. Like if we open back up and we're back doing in person, we should probably have the option of continuing with Zoom and then try to do both, just because I think that may be where the world is headed, right?
Yeah.
In person and Zoom.
You know how when we learn something new, we kind of go step by step, but we kind of got dropped into the internet world.
Yes.
Dropped right in. There was no step 1, step 2, step 3.
Right. I agree.
So now, have you visited any other clubs?
I have not.
Do you intend to visit any other clubs?
I think about it.
Would you like to?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I definitely would like to visit other clubs via Zoom. I just haven't had the time just because I'm super busy with work. But if time allows, I would give it a shot.
Is there anything else you'd like to say on the topic that I didn't ask, but you think maybe is important to say in conclusion?
I think that if anyone is interested in joining Toastmasters at a time like this, definitely give the Zoom format a shot. And because an interested person can be a guest, whether it's in their hometown or some other state or some other country, or they can do all of the above, right? But I do think that it does open up more opportunities for people to join Toastmasters that may be hesitant to join in person, like a little scared or nervous or apprehensive to join in person. They may be more willing to do it via Zoom at first and then transition to in person when we open back up. That's all.
Thank you.